Should we just have a quick conversation about the $125,000 PayPal working capital loan and the $500,000 PayPal business loan? Which one should you choose and why? Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you had to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or a tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to do a quick comparative analysis between two PayPal business loans. So we have the $125,000 PayPal working capital and the $500,000 PayPal business loan. And it's very important to understand that PayPal business loans work best for startups and businesses that process sales through the company and for fast cash. There are some PayPal loan programs that apply to folks and businesses who don't process sales through PayPal. And one thing I want to see here is that I want you to look on the screen right now. This is a recap of those two loans. Of course, I will be providing more details about each loan in today's conversation, but I just want to give you a recap first. So look on the screen right now. So you have PayPal loans at a glance. So we have the PayPal working capital and the PayPal business loan. In terms of APR for both loans, PayPal is very, I would say, discreet about those. There's no transparency here. We were not able to get any information from them. The loan amounts for PayPal working capital oscillates from $1,000 to $125,000. And for the PayPal business loan, you have a $5,000 to $500,000. And in terms of repayments, you have to be very strategic here. In terms of the loan that you want to go for the working capital, you have automatic deduction from your PayPal account, and this has to be a percentage of each sale. And it really depends upon the loan amounts, but usually, based on our analysis, you have the repayment time frame from 6 to 12 months. And for the PayPal business loan, you have automatic weekly repayments from a bank account over 13 to 52 weeks. So for the PayPal business loan, you don't have to process sales through PayPal. How do you qualify? So you can see on the screen, for the working capital, you need to be a PayPal Premier or business account holder for 3 months at least, minimum 20,000 PayPal sales in the past year in a Premier account, or $15,000 in the PayPal sales with a business account. For a business loan, you got to have a PayPal business account. Processing payments with PayPal is optional. The FICO here, 550, minimum time in business, 9 months. So even if you are a very young business, you can still qualify. Minimum annual revenue, $42,000. That's gross income, okay? And they don't want any active bankruptcies. And typical funding time within minutes. So for the working capital loan, things happen really fast because there is no credit check. And for the business loan, you have to think about 2 to 3 business days. Let me now talk to you about the working capital loan. So I gave you a recap, right? Now I want to go a little deeper here. I want to give you more details. So let's first tackle the working capital loan. This is the kind of loan that is great for businesses that process sales through PayPal and need working capital for things like covering payroll or seasonal dips in revenue. So if you are in a business where you have to grapple with seasonality or cyclicality, it's kind of cool to have a working capital loan from PayPal. And the PayPal working capital provides financing of up to 35% of your annual PayPal sales with a maximum borrowing amount of $125,000 on your first 2 loans and up to $200,000 thereafter. What PayPal does is that they will charge you a single fixed fee based on your sales volume. So it's all about transactional history. They will look at your account history, the amount of your loan, and the percentage of sales you choose to direct toward repayment. You can choose the repayment percentage of your sales, totally up to you. It could be 10%, 15%, 20%, 25%, or 30%. It really depends on you. So when you apply for a loan, this is when you have to choose the repayment percentage, and the payments will be automatically deducted from your PayPal account until the loan is repaid in full. Okay, until the debt is extinguished, you're gonna keep paying that. And approved loans are funded within minutes. Makes sense? Okay, and the repayments will start 72 hours after the loan is received, and PayPal requires you to repay at least 5% or 10% of your total loan amount every 90 days to keep your loan in good standing. Now, are you interested with, let me ask you a question, big decision time here. Are you interested in the working capital loan from PayPal? Do you qualify? To qualify, you need a PayPal Premier or business account for at least 3 months, as PayPal uses this account to determine whether or not you qualify. They'll look at your transactional history, right? You got to have at least $20,000 in PayPal sales in the past year with a PayPal Premier account, okay? Or at least $15,000 in annual PayPal sales if you have a business account. So it's totally up to you what kind of, quota you need to meet before qualifying for this working capital loan. And if you have an existing PayPal working capital loan, you'll need to pay it off in full before applying for another round of financing. So you cannot accumulate 2 PayPal working capital loans. Okay, this is something that you have to be aware of. Let me explain things further here. I want to illustrate what I'm saying. Let's take an example of a PayPal working capital transaction. Let's say you average $100,000 in annual PayPal sales and you are approved for a $25,000 working capital loan to hire new employees for your business, or to expand in a neighboring city, or to buy inventory. So the higher the repayment percentage you choose, the lower the fee, as the table on the screen shows. Okay, so if you choose to have, let's say, to have 30% of your daily sales go toward repayment, your fixed fee is $3,079, bringing your total repayment amount to $28,079 according to PayPal's sample fee calculator. So you'll have higher ongoing payments, but the total cost of the loan will be lower. So it's all about liquidity management. It's all about making sure that whatever threshold, whatever percentage you choose to allocate from your daily sales for the loan repayment, you are comfortable that it will not have a disruptive effect on your liquidity strategy, right? So as you can see on the screen here, folks, if you go with, if you choose a repayment percentage of 30%, the fixed fee is about $3,000. If you choose a repayment percentage of 10%, the fixed fee goes all the way to $14,500. So again, it's all about striking the right balance between short-term liquidity management and long-term financing, I would say financing tactics. So would you rather just pay a lot upfront, or down the road? Remember that PayPal will constantly look at your transactional history, your transactional volume, to make sure that you do qualify and you can maintain the loan in an active status. Another thing I want to say here, what we love with the working capital loan is that there are no restrictions. PayPal is not going to follow you and say, listen, you need to use the cash for this specific purpose. No, they give you the free reins. You have free reins to actually use the cash, whatever you like to. You can use it for inventory. We've seen people who actually use the working capital loan from PayPal to actually buy equipment. Okay, I'm not really sure this is the right strategy here, but people have used it because there are other ways to finance equipment that are way cheaper than having a PayPal working capital loan. But again, I'm just trying to make a point here. There is no restriction as to what you can use the cash for, as long as it is legit and you disclose it up front. Let's now talk about the business loan. So I have finished reviewing the PayPal working capital loan. I want to review now the PayPal business loan. And this loan is actually great for businesses that need fast cash, don't qualify for a bank loan, or need funding for expansion, such as buying equipment or opening a new location. The thing here is that when we speak about the PayPal business loans, the range of funding is more generous. So the loans range from $5,000 to $500,000. The amount you qualify for depends on the financial strength of your business and your credit score. So this, unlike the PayPal working capital loan, the PayPal business loan requires that PayPal check your credit history, Obviously, the minimum is 550, the minimum FICO score. So if you don't qualify for it, if you have, as long as you meet the 550 minimum FICO score, you should be fine. And you can actually set this business loan on an EIN only basis if you want to, but you're going to need to contact PayPal. Okay. And the business loan has a fixed fee and weekly repayments. All right. We're not speaking here about monthly. We are speaking about weekly. And we've seen based on our analysis that some businesses don't like that. But hey, listen, PayPal is just trying to cover their ass here, right? So they're trying to make sure that you can pay them as frequently as possible. So yeah, it's weekly. PayPal will withdraw repayments from your business bank account instead of a PayPal account. If the loan is actually repaid over 13 to 52 weeks, depending on the loan size. So we're not speaking here about a long term here. We are speaking about a short term business loan. 13 to 52 weeks, that's 1 quarter to a year. So that's 3 months to 12 months. That's what it is. To qualify, you'll need to meet the following requirements. Let me ask you a question. Big decision time. Big decision time. Talk to me. Would you rather have the business loan from PayPal or the working capital loan? Which one will suit you? Do you currently process your sales through PayPal? Because that's actually the quintessential question that we need to start asking here. Okay, so because the business loan has advantages, they have this funding has a lot of pros, and one of which is that you don't have to process sales through PayPal to qualify for it. But to qualify for this loan, you need to have a PayPal business account. Processing payments through PayPal is optional. You need to have a minimum FICO score of 550. You need to be in business for at least 9 months. Minimum annual revenue $42,000. That's gross income, and no personal bankruptcies. Okay, and the application process takes longer if you don't process payments with PayPal, since you must submit sales information. Okay, and funding can be faster than a typical bank loan. You expect to receive a loan decision within 24 to 48 hours of submitting the application, with funding as fast as the next business day if the loan is approved by 5 p.m. Eastern on a weekday. And this is what you need to know. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another session of the Awesome Studio Kiwi Show. We are actually having a conversation about PayPal working capital versus PayPal business loan. And now I want to talk to you about the pros and cons. So when we speak about PayPal business funding in general, there are some pros and cons. What are the pros here? Pros, whether we're speaking about the working capital loan or the business loan, you have fast funding. Okay, for its working capital loan, funding can be transferred to your PayPal account in just a few minutes. With a business loan, funding may take a few days after you submit your application, but hey, this is still faster than some banks. Banks might take 1 to 2 weeks in some cases. Okay, strong credit is not required. This is another pro for PayPal loans. You can qualify for a PayPal loan with bad credit. Your personal or business credit scores are not a factor when applying for the working capital loan, while the business loan requires a minimum FICO score of 550. Banks and other lenders typically require good credit above 690 FICO to qualify. And there is no collateral required. PayPal will never ask you for collateral, which means you don't have to pledge assets such as real estate or equipment that PayPal can seize if you fail to repay the loan. However, PayPal's business loan does require you to sign a personal guarantee in some cases. We've seen in some states and in some cases, they will want you to sign a PG. What about the cons here, folks? Now, you have limited availability. So PayPal working capital is available only to businesses that already use PayPal to process payments, while its business loan is only available to businesses with a PayPal business account. All right. Let me ask you a question. Big decision time. Do you currently have a PayPal account? Do you currently process your sales through PayPal or through Stripe? Because Stripe Capital Loans is actually a rival to PayPal working capital loan, because Stripe does the same thing. Okay. Square also does the same thing. So it's all about where you currently are, where you process your payments through. Okay, and another disadvantage here with the PayPal loan is that there is no benefit to early repayments. You will not save on fees if you make additional payments on either a loan, since PayPal charges a fixed loan fee that's determined when you apply. There are low maximum loan amounts. On the working capital loan, you can borrow up to 35% of your annual PayPal sales with a maximum of $125,000 on your first two loans. That means a borrower with $100,000 in annual PayPal sales may qualify for up to $35,000. And another disadvantage here, there is no boost to credit. So PayPal Working Capital does not report your payments to personal or business credit bureaus, so on-time repayments will not affect your credit. However, they can improve your chances of getting another loan through PayPal and can lead to better terms. And PayPal Business Loan only reports payments to the business credit bureaus. Let's do some comparison here, folks. Let's compare the PayPal loan versus other small business loans, because this is important. At the end of the day, if you are an entrepreneur and your goal is to get funding for your business at the best rate possible, you got to be thinking strategically here. Before you get a PayPal loan, understand how it stacks up against other options in terms of total borrowing cost, repayment schedules, and maximum borrowing amounts. Let's have a quick comparison here. We're going to compare PayPal loans versus traditional bank loans versus merchant cash advances versus online small business loans. And let's see which one really is best. Let's start with the traditional bank loans. PayPal's loans can be more expensive than traditional bank loans, which typically offer annual percentage rates of less than 10% or 20% or 12%. So to qualify for a traditional bank loan, you usually need to have a good credit and an established business, and you may need to provide collateral in some cases. And so you want to consider a bank loan if you meet those requirements and can wait a bit longer for funding. Bank loans include small business administration loans, which are federally guaranteed term loans up to $5 million that carry low interest rates and long repayment terms. The terms depend on how you plan to use the money, right? 7 years for working capital, 10 years for equipment purchases, and up to 25 years for real estate purchases. What about merchant cash advances? Let me ask you a quick question. Big decision time. Do you know what a merchant cash advance is? Have you used this type of funding in the past? What is your feedback on it? Because PayPal's working capital loan resembles a merchant cash advance, which takes a daily percentage of business sales as repayment. So MCAs are kind of controversial because they have extremely high fees. And APRs typically range from 40% to 350% depending on the lender, size of the advance, extra fees, and repayment length. And PayPal's loans are likely to carry lower APRs than MCAs. What about online small business loans? These loans also vary widely, with APRs ranging from 8% to 99% and terms from 12 weeks to 10 years. And PayPal loans typically are repaid in less than a year, right? We've said this before. So if you want a longer repayment period, you want to consider an online term loan instead. And while PayPal's working capital loan doesn't help boost business credit, some online small business loan can build credit. So it's all about your goal. It's all about your strategy, whether or not you want to choose a PayPal business loan or another type of business funding. I want to quickly talk to you about PayPal solutions. This is something a lot of folks don't talk about when we speak about PayPal business loans. The thing here is that PayPal in the last few years has been building a business solutions platform, which is really fantastic. And I want to mention that because this is another way where you can actually improve your chances of being approved for a PayPal business loan, especially the PayPal business loan. If you don't process your transactions, your sales through PayPal, you can still qualify for a PayPal business loans if you use the platform for other things. So whether you're just getting started or already thriving, PayPal has actually solutions to meet your commerce needs. So they have a comprehensive suite of solutions, from payments to credit to fraud protection. Their platform will help you accelerate growth, streamline operations, and manage risk. And you can also use the platform to deliver a rewarding experience. In our view, like, this is kind of cool. What we love is that you can actually wow, you can impress your customers, whatever they are, online, on the go, or in your store, going through the PayPal Solutions platform. You can actually use the platform whether you are a startup, an established business, or a very young business. Okay. And so, big decision time. Let me ask you a question. Would you like to expand your business right now? Because at the end of the day, we're speaking about business credit, right? But if you want to actually find the money to be able to take on more business loans, you need to have a strategy. And here is where PayPal does a great job. Because what they're trying to do here is they're trying to connect you with over 400 million PayPal customers. In other words, by going through their platform, they will hook you up. They will hook your business up with potential customers. Okay, they will connect you with PayPal customers around the world and across many platforms and marketplaces. Now you can find new markets, new channels, new high value customers, all while giving your customers the freedom to buy how they want nearly anywhere in the world. Okay, so this is really good. And you can use the platform to accept payments, make payments, manage risk. This is really good. And you can accelerate growth. This is another fantastic development from PayPal, the Accelerate Growth platform, the solution. They can help you reach more customers. And here we are speaking about more than 50 countries. Okay, they have the tools to help increase conversions plus access to flexible business financing options. You can also use the platform to streamline operations. All right, folks, this is it for today's conversation. I was doing a quick compare and contrast between PayPal working capital, $125,000 maximum limit, to the PayPal business loan, $500,000 maximum limit. Thank you so much for your attention. I gave you an overview. I talked about the working capital loan, the funding example. I'm actually going through the recap now. So we have the business loan. I spoke about the pros and cons, the comparison, the PayPal solutions. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I'll see you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.